Most people think that hiding your feelings is a weakness, that it means you're distant, cold, or emotionally unavailable. But that's not the full story. In reality, if you hide your feelings, it often means something much deeper, something stronger, because not everyone has the emotional depth to feel things intensely and still choose silence. You're not empty. You're controlled, you're not detached, you're careful. And psychology shows that people who don't easily express their emotions often develop powerful inner traits that most others never build. So, if you tend to keep your feelings to yourself, here are 5 traits you probably have. Number 1, you have deep emotional awareness. It may not look like it from the outside. People might assume you don't feel much, but the truth is the opposite. Research indicates that people who suppress emotional expression are often highly aware of what they feel. They just choose not to show it openly. You don't react immediately, you process. For example, when something upsets you, instead of reacting instantly, you go quiet. You replay the moment in your mind. You analyze what happened, what was said, and why it affected you. That's not emotional absence, that's emotional depth. And while others might express everything quickly, you understand your emotions more fully before letting them out. Number 2, you value control over chaos. Not everyone can hold themselves together when emotions rise. Psychology shows that emotional regulation, the ability to manage how you express feelings, is a sign of mental strength, not weakness. When something hurts you, you don't explode. You don't let emotions take over your behavior. Instead, you stay composed, even when it's difficult. Maybe you've been in situations where others expected you to react, to argue, to break down, but you stayed calm. Not because you didn't care, but because you didn't want your emotions to control you. That kind of restraint is rare. Number 3, you protect yourself more than most. There's usually a reason you don't open up easily. Research suggests that people who hide their emotions often learned at some point that being vulnerable wasn't safe or wasn't understood. Maybe you shared your feelings before and they were dismissed. Maybe you trusted someone and they used it against you. So now you choose carefully. You don't just open up to anyone. You don't show your inner world to people who haven't earned that access. And while some may see that as being closed off, it's actually emotional intelligence, because not everyone deserves to see your deepest thoughts. Number 4, you are incredibly observant. When you're not focused on expressing your own emotions outwardly, you start noticing everything else. Psychology shows that quieter individuals tend to be more perceptive of social cues, body language, and subtle emotional shifts in others. You pick up on things people don't say. You notice tone changes. You sense when something feels off. For example, you might walk into a room and instantly feel the tension, even if no one says anything. That's not coincidence, that's awareness. And because you don't dominate conversations with your own feelings, you leave space to understand others more deeply. Number 5, you feel more than you show. This is the one most people get wrong. They assume that because you don't express everything, you don't feel much. But research indicates that emotional suppression doesn't mean a lack of emotion. It often means the opposite. You feel things deeply, sometimes more deeply than others. You just don't always have the space or the right people to express it. You might care deeply about someone but never say it. You might be hurting but still show up strong. And while that strength is powerful, it also means you carry a lot inside. But here's the truth you need to hear. There is nothing wrong with you for being this way. You are not too closed. You are not emotionally unavailable. You are selective. You are controlled. You are aware. And those are strengths, not flaws. But at the same time, you deserve spaces where you don't have to hide. You deserve people who make it safe to be open. People who don't judge your emotions, but understand them. Because being strong doesn't mean always staying silent. Sometimes, real strength is choosing when to be seen. So, if this felt like you, take a moment and reflect. What emotions have you been holding in, and who in your life has truly earned the right to hear them? If this video resonated with you, subscribe for more insights into your personality and hidden strengths.